Alrighty. Hey guys. My name is Ryan. I am the former president of the club golf team, and I made this strength conditioning yearly plan for the team. And if you follow this plan, you're going to be looking better, feeling better, and hitting the ball farther. So I can promise you those three things. Um, just some of my credentials. I just graduated Ohio University with my master's in exercise physiology. So strength conditioning, that's my thing. All right. Um, so I'm going to go through some basic things really, really quick because I value you guys' time. So talking about phase and subphase, you don't necessarily need to worry about that. Basically, what it means is that we're going to get as big as possible here. We're going to get as strong as possible here. We're going to get as fast as possible here. We're going to get as powerful as possible here. And then somewhere around this time, so I don't know exactly how the schedule is going to work out with the NCCGA next year, but somewhere around this time is when our uh, tournaments should be. So if they change, we can switch things up if need be, but that's basically how it's going to look. And then we're basically going to be starting this all over again, and then right around here is when the tournament should be. All right, going back to this. So we're going to be doing some testing. So when we do testing, um, President Ryan, he's going to send out a Google form to the group. If you guys would be able to fill out that Google form, that would be fantastic. No one else is going to see it except for myself. And so, like, if you don't want anyone else to see it, then don't worry, it's not going to be shared with the entire team. I mainly want this, number one, so that like if you're curious, I can tell you all of your numbers, or you can record them yourself, so then you can see the progress that you've made. But also, I would really love the numbers so that I can see the progress that everyone's making, and then I can see, okay, what is working well, what is not working well, what do we need to change, etc. So these are the four things that we're going to want to test, and every day that there's an X, that is when we are testing those. And if you guys are willing to fill out a Google form, that would be fantastic. Okay. Now I know everyone does different weights. Ryan lifts different than Isaac, which lifts different than Ishan, et cetera, et cetera. So, um, yeah, that's why we're going to be going off of RPE. So basically, what RPE is rating of perceived exertion. And we're going to start off with a 5. This is week 1, starting the 5th of May. So this coming Monday. We're going to start off with a 5, and then by the end of this 6-week period of hypertrophy, we're going to get all the way up to an 8. Now the RPE, that's going to be on the list, and the cardio. So you're going to do 25 minutes of cardio, but an RPE of 5, so pretty low. And then we're going to get 35 minutes of cardio, but it's going to be pretty intense 35 minutes of cardio there. Now I know that everyone's schedule is different. This is just a basic schedule that I put out there. So if you can lift Monday, Tuesday, do some cardio Wednesday, lift Thursday, Friday, rest on Saturday, maybe get a 9 or 18 in on Sunday, that would be a perfect thing to do. Now, if you're like, oh well, I can do this stuff this day, I can't do this stuff this way, you can switch these around however your heart desires. I just wrote them in like this because it's easy to look at and to understand. Now, the RPE chart, if you ever look at an RPE and be like, okay, how am I supposed to be, like, what am I supposed to be feeling? This is the chart we're going to be looking at. So like I said, we're going to start out at 5. So it's like, okay, I could probably do like 5 reps, like 5 more reps after you get done. But then by the time that we get to week 6, then after you get done, you should only be able to do, okay, maybe I could do like 2 more reps. And if you guys have any questions, then you can send them to Ryan, and he can message me, or if Ryan's willing, he can share my email, and then you guys can just send me emails with any questions about this strength conditioning program, and I will be more than happy to answer anything you guys have. So I'll be sending out this this sheet for you, but it's just going to have a blank roster. I'll actually have a roster, and I'll have your guys' numbers down. But when I share like the sheet, so when I update what our cardio is going to be looking like for the rest of the year, then I'm going to make sure that these are taken off so that everyone's data is not shared. I'm the only one that's going to be having it. Okay, now going to what we're going to be doing. So weeks 1 through 6. Number 1, please warm up. I know that everyone's warm up is different. You can do whatever you want, but please, please, please warm up. If you would like, if you would like me to create a warm up routine for you, I totally can. But if you just rather do your own warm up, then please do a warm up. And like I said, if you guys want some warm up recommendations, you can email Ryan or you could possibly email me. So first off, we're gonna do barbell back squat, and the week 1, that's when we're testing. So basically, we're gonna take. Shoot, I should have deleted this, but week 1, we are testing. So all you're doing, and this is big to warm up, you can do a 10 rep max. So basically, you're going to do 1 set, and it's going to be 10 reps. But 10 is as many as you can do. Like, you don't want to be like, oh, I could have done 11 or 12. It's like, no. You just want to do 10. And then as we get a little bit more fit and we get more into the resistance training, then we're going to be moving closer and closer to the 1 rep max. But especially, over the summer, not everyone has access to like a friend or a spotter. A 10 rep max is a lot safer. So please, when we're doing these maxes, please be safe when you guys are doing them. And then, yeah, once I send out the Google form, if you can send me, okay, like I did this weight at 10 reps, then that would be greatly appreciated. It's pretty straightforward of just like how many reps and what the RPE that we want to be shooting for. And then, obviously it'll change week 7, and then I'll send that out at a later date. A couple things that I want to note. Number 1 is that I'm going to be making videos of all of these workouts, and I know that like we'll get to something super duper easy like a dumbbell bicep curl. I'm sure that 99% of us know how to do a dumbbell bicep curl. I'm going to make a video about every single thing, and I'm also going to try my best to provide some alternatives to some of these. So like, oh, I don't have a lat pull down machine in my gym. Okay, then we'll figure out a different way to still work that, if that makes sense. A couple things to keep in mind. So push-ups, I wrote infinity in here. Basically, that just means to failure. So you're going to do push-ups until you cannot do any more push-ups, and we're going to be doing 2 sets of those. So notice RPE is 10. So 10 means you cannot do any more reps. So if the RPE is 10, it's you're going till you're done. We're grown men. We can do it. Another thing to keep in mind here, that whenever we are resting during the hypertrophy phase, so the phase we're going to be in, rest should be anywhere between like 30 seconds to 1 minute and 30. Our rests are going to be changing as our exercises change like week 7 and on. But for now, I'll probably put that somewhere in here, but your rest wants to be around 30 to 1 minute 30 seconds. Day 2, then dumbbell bench, we're 10 rep maxing here. And then obviously make sure that you write down those numbers about what weight that you did, so that you can send that and we'll see where you're at. And then, by the end of it, we'll see where you've gone. I want to see if there's anything specific I want to highlight here. Planks. So we're starting with 30 seconds. We're starting off easy, but we're going up 15 seconds every single week. So eventually by week 6, 105 seconds, 3 sets of 105 seconds. Like I said, we can do it. Planks is more mental than anything else. And I believe in you guys. So that's what it was. I tried to keep it super short and sweet. But like I said, if there's any questions at all, you know, I'll ask Ryan if he's willing to share my email with you guys, so that if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm more than willing to help with any of this. So yeah, thank you guys for listening.